पहला वर्ड है बोगस। बोगस मतलब होता है सेम, काउंटरफेट, नॉट जेन्यून। सेम, काउंटरफेट, नॉट जेन्यून। अगला बोहेमियन, ए पर्सन हु इज इन्वॉल्व विथ द आर्ट्स, who live in a very informal way without following accepted rule of behavior. A person who is involved with the art, who lives in a very informal way without following accepted rules of behavior. Bohemian, a bolster, give greatly needed support, give greatly needed support. A bond, a legal agreement by which a bank lend you money to buy a house, etc., which you pay back over many years. A bonus, a sum of money added to a person's wage as a reward for good performance. A bookworm, an avid book reader. A bore, bore मतलब होता है a deep hole made in the ground especially to find water or oil. Borrower, a person or organization that borrows money from a bank. Bossy, always telling people what to do. Botanist, a scientist who studies about plants and their structure. Botanophobia, fear of plants. Botany, the study of plants' life. Bottleneck, a narrow or busy section of road where the traffic often gets slower and stops. Boudoir, means a small private room or bedroom. Boulevard, wide city street often with trees on either side. Bouquet, a bunch of flowers arranged in an attractive way so that it can be carried in a ceremony presented as a gift. Boriguous, belongings to middle class. Boutique, a shop that sells women clothes and jewelry. Bovial, of or pertaining to cattle. Bovine, connected with cows. Bower, a shady place under trees. Brazen, made of brass. Brazier, a large metal container that holds a fire and is used to keep people warm when they are outside. Breach, a failure to do something that must be done by law. Breather, air passage provided by a retractable device containing intake and exhaust pipe. Breeze, a light mind. Brewery, factory where beer is made. Bridle, the act of restraining power or action or limiting access. Briar, any of a number of prickly scrambling shrubs. Brigand, member of a band of robbers. Brittle, hard but easily broken, and liable to break easily. Brochure, a small book usually having a paper cover. Brood, the young of an animal cared for at one time. Brunette, a white-skinned woman with dark brown hair. Brutal, violent and cruel. Budgeting, an itemized summary of estimated expenses for a given period along with proposal for financing them. Bullion, gold and silver before using for manufacturing ornaments. Bulwark, a fence-like structure around a deck, usually plural. Bungle, carry out a task clumsily or incompetently. Buoy, an anchored float serving as a navigation mark to show reefs or other hazard or for mooring. A bureaucracy, a system of government in which there are a large number of state officials who are not elected. A bureaucrat, an official of a bureaucracy. A burglar, a person who enters a building illegally in order to steal. A burglary, a crime of entering building illegally and stealing things from it. Burrow, a hole tunnel in the ground made by animals such as rabbit for them to live in a rabbit dwelling. A bursar, a person who manages the financial affairs of a college. A business like working in an efficient and organized way and not wasting time or thinking about personal things. A butcher, a person who slaughters or dresses meat for market. A bypass, a road that passes around a town city rather than through the center. A bypasser, one who passes by. A cabby, a taxi driver. A cache, a hidden storage space for money or provision of weapons. A cacography, a poor handwriting. A cacophony, loud, confusing, disagreeable sound. A cadaverous, of or relating to a cadaver or corpse. A cage, a house in which animals, birds are kept. A casualment, making somebody to do something by talking to him and being very nice to him. Chalvorious, erode, eat limestone. Calculative, used for person, the most calculating and selfish man. Calculus, the branch of mathematics that is concerned with limit and with the differentiation and integration of function. Caliber, a degree or grade of excellence or worth. A calligrapher, someone skilled in penmanship. Calligraphy, beautiful writing done with a special pen or brush.